Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the Wiz walkthrough. Today I think we're going to be doing Big Ben. Last time we did Cassidy's lab. I can't say that correctly, but that's okay. I really appreciate the support, and if you like solo content or doing a walkthrough of all content, just solo, even the hardest, most difficult content, then leave a like and maybe subscribe. But yeah, anyways, let's get right into it. So here we are. These are the two precluding dungeons that happened before we go into Big Ben itself, which is a long dungeon, which is gonna take me forever, but that's besides the point. Think about this as recently they added an update that allows you to mark your location for only like 10 mana. I'm thinking I can maybe be able to cheese this, but I don't know, so we're gonna try. Man, oh man.
Sure, I'll help with the counterweights. Aha! It seems a certain metal man is keeping the counterweight down. Every time I pull the levers to lift the counterweight, he brings the weight back down. Pull the 4 levers in this tower and see if you can stop him from making a mess of it.
Okay. So I think the general idea here is, I know you can already skip some of these fights by going around whatchamacallit, the pole that they generally do, but I'm not entirely sure if I can come back here and not get pulled big time like you usually do. So I'm gonna give this a go, just in case. I'm gonna take a look at my deck. I'm gonna try and flee and then come back, and hopefully it doesn't have the auto pull, but you never know. It could. So if it does work, then that's cool, but if it doesn't, then that's not good. Then I'm gonna have to do the dungeon. And my advertising gonna be doing Big Ben might be false advertisement at that point, but let's get some mana. This is maximum cheese, I'll tell you that much. We can go. I don't think this necessarily matters. I probably could have just gone in anyways. You know what? I don't know why. You know, I feel like I'm gonna make a fool of myself. I feel like this is gonna auto pull, but hey, what do I know? Seems like I did find a way to choose it. There you go. So the reason why I marked the previous location is because obviously I'm gonna have to keep going up, and I don't want to have to go around a bunch of things. So this is these fights, every single one of these mob fights, they're gonna try to pull you like immediately. So it seems that that sort of function or whatever, every time you flee, it's like it's a one-time thing for each one of these fights. So I would just mark right before you go into it. But yeah, let's do this again, and I'm gonna flee again. I'm gonna flee again, and then I'll do the counterweight. So this is like, I don't know. I don't know if anybody's done in this and shown this off, but I think this is pretty new, and I think this makes things so much faster for the average person, if not just the average group in general. So I remember back when, whatchamacallit, when this game first came out, these used to take forever. Because I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I used to play on my grandmother's old decrepit computer. So it used to be laggy as all heck, and I would have a terrible time trying to go through it with other people, but thankfully that is not the case now anymore. I have a pretty decent computer. Alright, we're just gonna do the same thing. I don't think I need to explain it this time around, so I'm gonna flee, get some mana, come back. The deal. The atmosphere of this world stays undefeated though, I'll tell you that much. It is. Even though I don't necessarily think it's the best written world or the best artistic world or whatever you want to call it, like best designs.
Got shouts out from below.
That should do it. I'll go teach that metal man a lesson.
This whatchamacallit, this world is just a great vibe. I don't know what about it is making it different from all the other worlds, but it just feels like Wizard101. Maybe it has something to do with the advertising when I was younger. I think they advertised the music of this world over whatchamacallit, over every other world. So maybe that's why I've got like such a nostalgic vibe that I love about this world. But real quick though, it's looking like we have to go against Sprocket, so give me a second to go and take a look at what he has on the wiki. Alright, I pulled it up. Yeah, he's definitely a storm boss. He's got everything that you'd expect from storm boss at this level. He even has Tempest, which is kind of a pain. The 2 extra spells he's got besides all the the storm spells is Banshee and Troll, and he also happens to have 1,520 health, which is a lot. So what is it that I want to do here? So obviously, since we're Storm here, we're going to want to get the convert in before he puts up a myth shield. That is pertinent. We're going to have to shield a ton because this might be a long battle because of the large amount of HP. Of course, we are Storm schools, so we might have an easier time than any other school when it comes to putting out a lot of damage. Yeah, I mean, with this much amount of HP and how much damage it looks like he'll be able to output, I think I'm gonna put converts in. I'll put the regular spells in. I'll put a Tempest in, although I don't think I'm gonna be using Tempest. I'll probably be using single attacks like Kraken. Add some heals to your deck as well, and a reshuffle might be in order just in case he shields a ton. You can also maybe add like something like a Shatter, although I know the treasure card version of that card, which you'll have to buy from the bazaar, isn't as good as it used to be, but it's still something that you can use, and you can use school pips like the myth pips, and make sure that you're able to get through the shields if you don't feel like continually hitting over and over again or memorizing your deck or anything like that. So let me look at my deck. I obviously am going to need to add 5 of these. Looking at the gear spinner, oh, this is he likely has storm shields, so that makes things a little testy. Let me put another Kraken in. I've got everything in that I need. Pixies, 1 Satyr, definitely reshuffle. I think the game plan here is, since this has so much health, it probably isn't worth it to go for Tempest immediately. But it is probably worth it to get convert up. So I'm gonna probably do that, and then I'll go for the gear spinner, and then we'll go from there. So, oh, actually, hold on. Forgot to say, we should add, I'm gonna have 2 of those, and I'm gonna add storm shields. Got to mention that. So, yeah. Let's go for it.
It's too bad I have to mess up your pretty little hat, but I do.
Alright, they're going first. So this makes things not great. That's annoying. We're gonna get rid of one of these. I'm gonna probably hex the gear spinner and then shield. I'm gonna get rid of one of these pixies. And then also tower shield. Oh no. Oh no. This is gonna be a pain. Okay, so they both shield each other. That's great. Yeah, this is really, like, you always want to go first in any sort of solo fight for any part of this game, but it's really annoying when they have the potential to shield like multiple times. Okay, I really okay. Okay, well, it's looking like I'm not getting much, if anything. So, since that's the case, I'm gonna get rid of the windstorm. I don't think I'm gonna need it. I will Stormblade. Oh, maybe not. I'm gonna Storm Shield instead. No, I'm gonna Stormblade. Or I'm not. Okay, wow. I think I missed it. The damage, potential damage output is very low here. Especially if he goes for lightning bats immediately. Okay, well, he fizzled. And okay. Alright, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go for the Tempest, hoping that this gear spinner doesn't shield, and taking the bet that we'll be able to put out or get rid of the shield and sprocket. Yeah, I hope so. Okay. Alright, cool. Now he has the potential next turn to get a power pip, which would mean he'd probably use Tempest, but he also is very likely to use Kraken. Yeah, I mean, that means I need a shield, but this is also a perfect opportunity for Storm Prism because he's not likely to shield, so I think I'll go for it. Okay, missed. Alright, we're cool. So if he gets a power pip here, he can use that Colossus that I saw. That's a 6 pip hit, which is a high amount of damage as well. Alright, let's Storm Shield here. Okay, so he just passes, okay. Now we don't have to worry about possibly having to heal here. And then I can Sharpen Blade and that. And double Blade here, and I think into a Tempest if we keep getting power pips would be nice. I might just shield the next turn as well, just in case if he gets another power pip. Just because the damage output that is potentiated from like Storm Shark to Kraken is kind of crazy. Put up another Hex just in case. I don't feel like we're going to need to use it, but it doesn't hurt. Alright, he's going to Stormblade, so it's a good thing that I shielded here because the next turn he's going to try to hit, I think. And then I think I can do another Sharpen Blade. He hits me next turn, and then I hit for Tempest, and I think that'll probably do the job. Especially if I keep getting these power pips. It's kind of crazy. And he does nothing. Okay, cool. Alright. Alright, Tempest it is. Alright, there might have been overkill, but whatever. You don't really get anything there. So what we're gonna do here is all the mobs are down there, so we're gonna quit out and get out of the dungeon real quick. Let me get some main. Because I imagine we're not going to need a whole ton of it, because obviously we're going to do the same thing that we did in counterweight, I think it was east into west, so.
Looks like we're on the right track. Good job. I can't help you with the other counterweight. You'll have to find Sally in counterweight west. She'll help you with the other one.
So it was east. This is rubbing my brain the wrong way, so I need to get these. take these out. I think for now. I don't think this next boss, if you want to call it that, is gonna be whatchamacallit. I don't think it's gonna be Storm, so I think we'll be fine. Sally Newflower.
I'd be happy to help you. I want to help, but there's a metal man fooling with the counterweight. Every time the lever is pulled and lifts the weight, it's
Yeah, we heard the story before.
Will you see what you can do to stop him?
Yes, I can. Oh yes, this is kind of weird too. I forgot about that. I like that the weight actually goes up. That's a really cool touch. They didn't have to go to that length. They could have just left it as is, but it's really cool that they did. All right, we're gonna get ourselves pulled here. I could probably start getting rid of these in the video, or probably editing it out, but beeping. You know, that feels like a... No, I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, back in we go. And we skip. And we skip. And put this up again, and then we do the same thing, and over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. By the way, guys, how is everybody doing lately? How's life? I've been recently I've changed some medications for myself, like stuff like anxiety, and that's an interesting experience to say the least. I think it just changes me mentally, but I don't know. Oh yeah, forgot about that. Sometimes I feel less chatty than I used to be. I don't know if I like it necessarily, but it does help me not overthink, I think, sometimes in like social situations, so I think that's good, but I don't know, I hope the side effect go away eventually, because sometimes it feels like I have no energy at all. Alright, go right back into it. Oh yeah, also happy 4th of July. Everybody's celebrating that, right?
Sally.
That should do it. Now report back. But first, you can teach
Alright, here we go.
man a lesson or two.
I am curious to see what exactly this that doesn't make much sense, but
Nothing can save you now, wizard. Come fight me.
okay, hold on. Before we do this, I'm gonna look it up. I'm assuming it's just invisible, but yeah, we're gonna look up what he has. So yeah, once again, Bellows. We can't see him right now, but it's a storm boss with 1,600 health, more health than the last guy. But he has less attacks than the last one, and he adds a weakness to his arsenal, so it's practically the same thing. What I would do is I would add converts, and you're going to want to use converts like immediately, always, especially with storm bosses or any storm type of AI opponent or whatever you want to call them. You're going to want heals, plenty of them. You're going to want storm shields. Maybe you're gonna want some tower shields if you really feel like you don't have enough shields. More than likely, if you get the opportunity, you're going to go and try to get rid of the minion first because of the large amount of health. And what else? The large amount of health that the boss has, making it so that it takes longer, and then essentially you take more damage over time. But as long as you get rid of one of them fast, that is the best course of action. And what else is there? You can add Empower, and you're going to need a reshuffle just in case you don't feel like you're able to memorize your deck, or you don't feel like you organize your deck correctly and you run out of attacks or something like that. So let me go ahead and change my deck here. I don't know what the heck is going on here. I'm going to put 5 of those in. I assume it's just invisible for some reason. I don't know why, but it is. We're going to pop a potion. Hopefully this works out. Yep, they just come out of nowhere. And they're invisible. And I don't know what the heck is going on. Okay. That's weird. Oh man, this would stink if it just... This is weird. What in the world is happening? Did the servers crash or something? Alright, I'm gonna come back once I understand what actually is happening right now. See you guys later. Okay, so I don't know what happened, but I'm going to assume it was probably a glitch that happened. It made me redo the whole dungeon, which is a pain, but whatever. Looking at this, I don't think the last boss that we did had 2 minions, so it's looking like our only option here is probably Tempest, take care of them, and then deal with Bellows afterwards. So yeah. Real quick, let me add some snacks. And yeah, let's get right into it. I heard this already.
Now, wizard. Come fight me.
Oh, I don't get to go first. That's unfortunate. Okay. So we're gonna put the hex on this. I guess since we have a bunch of storm shields already, I can get rid of it and discard it. Got the lightning bats, the crackhead, the fairy. We've got everything we probably need in this hand. I'm gonna go ahead and hex there. I'm not gonna stormblade. Hopefully we get a whatchamacallit. What am I thinking of? Power pip. Seeing the storm shield is a pain in the butt. I actually hate that. That's awful. But I have 4 tempests in the deck, so if I need to, I can heal myself and reshuffle all the way through this battle. Alright, we're gonna go for it. Okay. That's good. Now I can start shielding. Since he doesn't seem to be attacking. And he hasn't necessarily buffed himself. Or not necessarily, but he seriously has, or he hasn't buffed himself at all. I don't have to worry about storm shields anymore. It would be really nice if I got a convert here. That would be really good. But I could put that up. Yeah, look at that. There it is. We're gonna do that. He hasn't buffed himself yet, so if he hits me here, that's fine. Oh, well, there is the storm trap. That is kind of a pain in the butt, but the life minion is not likely to do a whole ton of damage to me. If I need to, I will heal myself, so it's probably fine. The leprechaun is okay. That doesn't do too much damage. I think that does like 100 at best. Yeah, 130, that's fine. But they've all wasted their pips at this point, so I can start shielding and then healing. For this turn, I'm gonna put this hex up here. I'm gonna storm shield. It's looking like I'm likely gonna have to buff myself twice. Okay, that's fine. The thunder snake would have been annoying if I put a shield up, but it isn't now because he really just wasted his pips. What else? No. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I think in the last video I said that I was really, really sick. I was sick the entire week and it's in the middle of summer. I don't know what the heck happened, dude. That was wild. Okay, we're gonna buff here. Hopefully get a storm blade. That would be nice. Okay. I'm gonna heal as well. Alright, now I can heal. Hopefully he hits me, wastes his pips. I don't want to have to worry about anything next turn. Yes, he does. Alright, nice. This will do enough. Then I'll buff and then I'll hit. And this will be over with. But nice buff, I like that. Alright, there we go. And the good thing about putting that convert up, I think I've already iterated this, or yeah, iterated on this already, but putting the storm, what you call it, convert up, prevents him from having the ability to prevent this storm damage I'm about to do, so. Alright, convert, Tempest, it should be good. Oh, I think it's over. Alright. It's gonna do a lot. I might do a ton. I might be overkilled by a lot. Yeah, there it is. Alright. That was strange, that glitch that happened, but it is what it is, I suppose. So this upcoming dungeon, there's just straight minion fights for the majority of it. So I hope you don't mind, but I think I'm going to maybe show off the first minion fight. Maybe if it's like a challenging minion fight, I might show it, but I think I'm going to cut out the vast majority of the minion fights, because you know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to Blade and Tempest, and I won't have to worry about anything. And I think there's no real need for me to show off those battles. But yeah. When we get there, I guess that'll be that. First, let's talk to Clancy Pembroke.
Great work!
Now that you've freed the counterweights, the doors of Big Ben Clock Tower should open to you. Meowiarty had disabled the lifts, but now you should have access to the very top of the tower. Our hopes lie with you to stop Meowiarty in time and halt his fiendish intent. Good luck, wizard!
Oh my goodness. No. Guess I'm not getting any cattails. Let's get rid of these. And likely these as well. Okay, so yeah. I guess we'll go right into it. Show the first minion battle. Because this is what the majority of this is going to be. Just battling mobs. Unless they shield here, which would be a pain, but whatever. Give me another power pip. I need it. Think so. Yeah, that probably does it. Please don't weakness me. Please don't weakness me. Okay, that's fine. Man. I guess I'll just do the exact same thing I did last time and Tempest again. Well, especially if I get a power pip. Yep, I'm just gonna Tempest. Okay, man. Alright. Let's see what Travis Palmer's got to say, though.
Say, can you act as a distraction? I can make my way up to the maintenance areas if you take the elevators. I'll see if I can get ahead of them.
Alright. So yeah, so this is the majority of this. Is just gonna be this. I'll be right back whenever it actually there's a point of interest. So yeah. Be right back. Okay, so after that ended up clearing out 2 more floors. This level is a keen interest because we have dialogue here and also a side quest that's very easy that we'll be doing.
Blimey, those were a lot of stairs for me to climb. Well, I'm not as young as I once was. There's no way I could have helped fight those guys at any rate. I tried to get ahead of them, but they've blocked off the stairs. You'll have to continue on your own from here. I'm sorry I was of no use. Good luck, Gov.
Stairs though. It's crazy.
Here, take this key. I overheard one of the thugs saying that this key will open up the chest in Big Ben. Good thing he had a hole in his pocket. Yowie Artie stores supplies to replenish his henchmen in those chests. Those supplies will help you to make it to the top of Big Ben.
Alright. Alrighty. Well, I'll be back again. I keep saying this at this point. But yeah. So, this is something I had no idea about, but apparently there's a boss. So, I guess we're gonna have to look at that and see what he has. Yeah. Okay, so this is the boss that was back on, what was it? Back in Hyde Park. It's weird that he made an appearance here, but he's got the exact same thing, I'm assuming, and he only has 800 health, so yeah, put shields in, put converts in, and get ready to heal. But since he has such low health, I'm probably just gonna use Tempest here. I'll put 4 of these in here because, well, probably, yeah, doesn't hurt. I'll put a couple of those in there. Yeah, we'll just go right into it. I forgot to mention earlier, but I think that it's you should probably, whenever you're going into this dungeon, it would be a good idea to stock up on potions, just so you, in case you need it, because this is kind of like a gauntlet. There'll be moments. I just dropped something. There'll be moments when the dungeon itself doesn't give you health or something like that. And when that happens, you're going to need to heal on your own. So I don't think it happens towards the end where we're near the boss. I think they do give you health during that, but that's just something to keep in mind. I actually had to use one for this prior fight because I didn't know that there was going to be a boss, so. But yeah, just a little bit of advice there. I think I'm likely to hit here, especially if I get a power pip. Alright, cool, we're going for it. Please do not put a shield on him, I swear. Oh. Why? Okay, man. I get it. Just not my luck today, I guess. Alright. That's the worst, man. That is so stupid. But we got through it anyways. I thought he wasn't gonna die there, and I would have had to go for an extra turn, but whatever. Didn't really get much when it comes to drops. By the way, this milk here, do not touch it unless you want to fight an extra secret boss. That is my word of advice. Alright, we'll be back again. Alright, so I think this is the room after the previous room. This is where the wooden chests are. And that is part of a quest that allows you to get a lot of gold at the end of this, I'm pretty sure. But yeah. Yep, that's where that is. And also, this room has healthless that respawn, and I'm pretty sure you can go backwards in this dungeon, so if you need something like that, it's a good checkpoint. And here, in this room, which has a bunch of other stuff, you can see the puzzle up top. If you had noticed previously, at the end of every room there was a bunch of tablets that showed you some sort of symbol. These are all those symbols up top, so I'm pretty sure it goes something like this. Bird, where's the bird? Cow moon. And then poppy. Then you hit a lever, and it allows you to go to the next room. And there you go. Also, this room is great for coming back and getting health lifts and mana as well. So, yeah. We're getting very close here to the end. Alright. We have some silver chests here. This is the room with Potbelly in it. And I think they're coming up on another puzzle, if I remember correctly. Oh, it's just another room for whatchamacallit? Stuff to get. Oh yeah, and also here's the seed quest, the cat in Big Ben. We're very close now. Close to the end. Alright, I don't know why they keep giving me Potbelly, but I'll be right back.
Have time for this. You realize you're too late. With a Croconomicon, I have everything I need to finish what I have started. But I can't have you following me to Dragonspire. Meowiarty, take care of this pest once and for all.
It will be a pleasure to take care of this meddlesome wizard. Once I scratch you off our list, we'll have no one to stop us.
Alright, got through everything. Sorry about missing the start of that dialogue. I didn't realize it was there. It said 300 steps, but it ended up being just right there. So yeah, let me take a look at the wiki. This is looking like it's going to be difficult. This is 2 bosses at the very least. So yeah, let me take a look. So we got 2 bosses here. The first one is Moriarty, and this one is Agony Wraith. Looking at Moriarty, he's got 2,000 health, which is a lot. I think that's the most out of any boss in this world. He has basically all the myth spells that you expect, and maybe Storm Shark, and he has Storm Shield, so that's a bit of a worry, but you might not be attacking him first, and that'll be fine for now. He also has weakness. Moving on to the next thing, we have Agony Wraith. He has all the death spells you would expect, plus weakness, and a bunch of other things. So looking at all this, and seeing that we have 3 opponents, Agony Wraith has 1,280 health. Looking at all this, we can safely assume that the minion, or whatever you want to call it, let me take a look what its name is, the Clocked Wizard, probably doesn't have that much health. So the gameplay here, I think, is for me to blade up, try to get rid of the Agony Wraith and the minion, and then from there I'm going to do a sort of long drawn out battle with Moriarty. depending on if he shields or not, or he does a ton of damage and I might need to heal, and yeah, we'll go from there. So what you need to add in your deck, and this is probably the perfect opportunity to do it, this Fortify spell is extremely good for the early rounds of this fight. If you have a ton of them, you should add them to your deck. Also add Tower Shield or Myth Shields if you can. I wouldn't be too worried about the damage output since we have Tempest. Add a bunch of heals, mainly Pixie and Satyr, and add a reshuffle just in case it gets too lengthy of a battle, and maybe add some feints as well. So yeah, I think my deck is perfectly ready, and I think we're gonna go for it. I don't think I'm gonna go first, obviously not. Hopefully they don't do too much to me, so let's go for it. See how this goes. Alright, we're off to an interesting start. I'm going to Hex the Agony Wraith and maybe Windstorm if I get the opportunity to. I don't think I need to worry about Tower Shielding at this moment because I don't think their damage output is going to be that great. So I'm going to do that. Maybe Windstorm. Yeah. I have the Tempest in hand, which is great. I've memorized my deck. I'm pretty sure I got 4 Tempests. 3 Krakens. No, I think I have 5. Either way, it's around the same amount. I think I have enough damage output, so we'll be good to go. So starting turn 2, they have the potential to do at least like 500 damage. That's the crazy thing about this fight. They have so much opportunity here to do too much to me. If it ends up being the case, then I might need to start healing like immediately. So Stormblade, I think is not a bad idea. If I get a Power Pip next turn, I might go for a Tempest. Just because there's so much potential damage on the board already with having 3 opponents, so getting rid of at least one of these guys will be good. Hopefully he doesn't attack here. If he does, that's fine. Then I can probably end up healing if I need to later on in the battle. Right now I think I need to focus. Hopefully I draw a blade so I can... what can I do? So he is likely to Banshee here, right? We think that, so he does 250 damage. I'm going to be down to 700 maybe. Next turn, hopefully I get a Pixie. I don't know if this necessarily kills the Agony Wraith, but I think it might be close, so I think I'm going to go for it. And if it goes bad, then I can Tower Shield and maybe Pixie. I haven't used the Fortify yet. He's going to weakness me. That's obviously annoying. But I'm going to get rid of the minion here. That's probably fine. Yeah, that's a little annoying. I'm probably going to have to heal, if not shield, this next turn. That's not going to do it. Especially with a weakness on me. Yeah. Okay. Put another one up, and then I'm going to Tower Shield here. Hopefully he doesn't hit me. That would be awful. Then I would have to heal next turn. Okay, that does a ton. But he does waste his pip doing this, so it's looking like I'm going to have to start healing. Storm Shield, that's fine. Oh, that is great. I do not mind him doing that. Especially on the guy that has the least amount out. So we're going to start having to heal here. If I get the opportunity, then I'm going to try to draw a Fortify. That would be great. I think I added a bunch of these. No, we're just going to heal. We're going to heal here. Heal is our best option. Yeah, that's annoying. Hopefully he doesn't hit me for a 3-pip spell. 2-pip, that's going to do a ton. Okay, I think it's really important for me to get a fortify up. But who knows? Me get taken out here at this point. Okay. I'm gonna tower shield here. Okay, this might be it. This might be me getting fortified. Okay, cool. So now I'm gonna hex. I'm gonna fortify here. These are gonna do a ton of damage to me, but I have the potential to heal because I have a heal in my hand. Me getting the fortify off is really good. Him wasting his pips here is amazing. So his damage output can't be too crazy in the next turn. Yeah. This is really good. Now me getting the Hex also makes it so that I can probably take out Moriarty before I get to take out Agony Wraith because of the shield he has. Let me go ahead and put up a blade. I'm not too worried about damage now at this point. I mean, obviously they can do a ton, but I think it's likely that I knock them out here. But just in case, I might actually heal here. Yeah, we're gonna heal. Especially since I still have the Fortify up, and I can draw another one if I need to. Alright, that's fine. I don't mind this damage. I have the Fortify up, so it's not gonna do too much. He could do... yeah, Cyclops. This is gonna do possibly a lot. Probably 300. No, 180. Okay, good. This heal is great because now that I've expended all the moves that I have, I can not have to worry about whatchamacallit. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna get a little greedy here. I think I'm gonna... no, maybe not. Actually, I think I'll Tempest. Because I think I'll knock him out. Unless he shields. If he shields, then that's bad. Okay, we're good. Okay, so we take out Moriarty here. And then we set up for the next time that we need to hit. More than likely it's going to be a Kraken because you're going to get more damage out of it for lesser pips, but... yeah. Let's see how it goes. Alright, now we're gonna Stormblade here. I don't think he's gonna do anything to me. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Or potential damage. I think it only does 350 to me, though. 400, okay. That's a lot. But he did waste all his pips, so... it was a close one, but we got through it. Alrighty, and that's how you solo Moriarty. And we're done with Marleybone too, which is pretty good. Next up, I think I'm going to be leveling up here, so we might be doing Aqua next. That'll be interesting.
Inconceivable! How could a mere child defeat me? Ah, grow complacent, wizard. Malister will avenge me.
No, I don't think so. And also, let us get this gold chest. Is that part of the quest? Hold on. Key to success. No, I don't think I'll put the wrong crowns in. So yeah. What is this about?
You have too many
Oh, I do
treasure
not care.
cards in your spell book. You can't receive any new treasure cards until there is more room in your spell book.
You've defeated Moriarty and driven Malistaire from our fair city. Our thanks to you, Wizard.
Indeed, our city is most grateful. I hereby dub you honorary detective. You are our city's savior. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Indeed, indeed. Fantastic work. You should publish an account of the case. If you won't, I will for you.
Do visit us again. And feel free to stop by the museum, too.
Now that Malistaire has the Croconomicon, there will be no limit to his nefarious deeds. His aim was to steal the Croconomicon from the museum all along.
Yeah, I could have told you that in the beginning,
Why
but...
else would Malistaire risk freeing Moriarty but to get past the anti-magic defenses in the museum? You must leave for Wizard City at once and tell Headmaster Ambrose what has transpired here.
I didn't level up, but that is fine. Let me take a look. Well, since we're finishing Marleybone here, might as well go and finish this quest. Let me go ahead. Get home. And then from there, we'll be settled. I don't know what spell this is. I know we always get a spell every time we beat a world, but I don't remember. Or rather, I've never played this school, so I have no idea what it is. It'll be interesting to see what it could be added to my arsenal. Hopefully it's something good. It would be nice.
Malistaire has the Croconomicon and said he was going to Dragonspire?
Yes.
This could be trouble.
Oh, could it be?
If Malistaire is
Oh,
headed for
Wild
Dragonspire,
Bolt.
he'll need the spiral key, and only the Emperor of Mushu has it.
The headmaster hands you a glimmering spiral key.
Here, take this spiral key and use it to travel to Mushu. When there, you must warn the Emperor not to let the Dragonspire key out of his sight. The fate of all the worlds is at stake.
So, I didn't know we were going to get Wild Bolt, but this is a great spell. Mainly because I run 2 lightning bats just in case I need to use or get some extra damage off. So these can replace that. Because they're the same amount of pips that are required, and they have the potential to do even more damage. 2/3 of the time. So, hold on. Yeah, same amount of accuracy too. But yeah, I think that's that. Next time I think we'll probably start Mushu and then get to level 30, and afterwards I think we'll be doing Aquila and I'll be solving that dungeon. I think what was it called? I don't remember. But I think the majority of you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you like the solo content, and see you guys next time. Bye-bye.